Mid-October, I took a full trip to Minnesota and travelled to Chisholm, specifically the Redhead Bike Park. Redhead has carved green, blue, black and expert trails out of a disused iron quarry, now reclaimed by nature. In this, part 2 of my Redhead overview, I look at the trails further afield from the trailhead. In part 1, linked above, I looked at the trails closer. Let's check them out. So I'm at Redhead Bike Park at Chisholm, Minnesota, and this is my second ride here. I did a ride in the morning, check out those videos. But on this video, I'm going to do the rim loop, and which skirts around the actual quarry. But first I'm on the high road, which is the green rated trail. So we'll skip along here until we get to the rim, and then we'll pick it up from there. Actually, I've got to say, I've got some weary legs after 2 solid days of biking. This is day 3 of a 5-day trip. A nice little green trail. It's kind of welcoming for my tired legs. We're going to go straight onto the rim. So this is now the rim trail. And immediately picks me out onto the road. Where does it go? So a quick jaunt down the road. Then we're back onto single track. Get some great views off to the side. I guess if you're going fast enough, there's a few doubles you could do here. Oh, there's some technical features. Okay, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for some stuff on the side. That wasn't bad. A whole bunch of rock. Oh, come on. I actually lost it. Too low a gear. But hey, there's some additional stuff you can play on. The top section of the rim loop is nice and playful for a blue trail. It had some descents, some climbs, some technical, some fast flowy sections, some nice views, and it proceeds along this for a bit until it gets to a road. So a little bit of double track. I'll make sure I'm going the right way, because this is kind of boring. Yeah, I guess so. Now the views to the side are good, but this road itself is technically very dull. I guess we could be riding this bit. Alright, back onto the rim, single track. That was actually kind of disappointing. I think there's opportunities to put more single track through there, and they haven't done it. Hopefully they will at some point. The southern part of the rim loop is really very much a cross-country trail. There's not much in the way of elevation gain, and there's not much in the way of technical features. At this point, although it's blue rated, I would call it much more of a green rated trail, but there are a few sections to test your blues. Looks like we got some alternate line here. More alternate lines. Nothing particularly challenging. Well, I'm not talking much in this one. Really not much to say. It's very much a cross-country loop around the rim. Let's take a look. A long way down there. And these cliffs don't look terribly stable, so I'm not going to go any closer. Really nice blue colour water. So yes, this isn't a trail you're going to hammer around. You do it for the quarry views that you see through the trees as you snake around the rim. And some of the views are good. Like, hopefully you can see that. Makes you want to be down there on the boat. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Now we get to the bit of the trail that I believe truly deserves the blue rating.
This is better. This is more like it. That was fun, but oh, so short. No boom on that. Up we go. Ah, was that the end of the downhill sections? I think it was, because we're climbing again. And that was the rim trail. Now we're on to Red Hop. So I've just come off Red Hop and I'm on Roller Derby, which is a black rated trail. Yep, I'm not taking that one. So there's definitely some jump lines on this one. Oh.
At this point I wasn't sure if Roller Derby was closed for construction or if it was closed because it was wet earlier in the week. The terrain was definitely soft, so from this point forward I took it kind of easy just to be on the safe side, and I kind of questioned whether I should have been on the trail, but I did not see a closed sign on it when I started.
Okay, this is the type of trail they should be building though.
At this point we climbed back up.
Okay, I'm not sure that I should have been on that trail. Looks like it's still under construction in places, but I didn't see a closed sign. It's also a bit wet on that one section, so perhaps it was closed. I'd like to do it again and hit the jumps this time. Yeah, I probably shouldn't video stuff that I shouldn't be riding. I'm getting onto some of the backcountry trails now, away from the quarry and the cliffs. So these are more your easy intermediate trails. So I'm going to try one called Zen and see what it's like. I'm doing Zen in a clockwise direction. I laughed because I applied my back brake and I just kind of slid around the corner. Sorry, I roosted it. It's not your typical packed dirt trail. So still on Zen. Oh. That was actually quite a drop off, that rock. Most features around here have been rollable. That was close to not being rollable.
The climb up Zen is really nice. It would also make a really good descent.
So there's some flowiness to this trail. I seem to be climbing a fair bit, so I would assume we get some rewarding a moment, like now.
This section of Zen is not that fast, but it's pumpy and flowing, and it feels a lot faster than it looks on camera, and it feels a lot more exciting as well. This is a case where the camera does not do the trail justice.
This actually wasn't what I was expecting, but with a trail name like Zen, you have to wonder. You get a Zen-like experience of it. Oh. Drop into a rocky landing, and that's back to the bottom. I was going the right way. It's one way. Yet another trail, Tough Mama. Another one of these backside trails that's furthest away from the trailhead. Again, appears to be one direction, clockwise. So we start by climbing up it. Little climb. This one looks more primitive. We'll see how it changes on the return.
It's important to keep an eye out for features along the side of the trail, like this one.
So this is a completely different feel from Zen. Zen looks much more like a modern machine-built kind of flowy trail. At least on the climb section of this, it looked much more like an old-school primitive trail. But now it looks like we're getting into the return leg, so we'll see if this changes. Actually helps to pump some of this. Okay. This trail comes alive if you attack it. I have to say my rear tyre is getting kind of bald and this is not the terrain for it. So that was Big Mama. So let me know what you thought of Big Mama. Is that more of an old school trail? Does it have a bit of new schoolness to it? I'm undecided. You got that climb at the beginning and the downhill is kind of short, but it comes alive if you start to really attack it. So this is Mine Blast. A little tricky to find at first. No idea what it's like.
Mine Blast starts with an unassuming climb until you reach a scenic viewpoint, and the view is quite good.
The old mine workings. And some full colour. Plenty of it here.
From there we climb some more, loop around and get to see the same view from higher up. Then we start the descent.
So what goes up must come down. And down we come. Woo! Oh. That's pretty sweet. That was Mine Blast. That's pretty sweet. Let's finish this off with Mini Blast. Okay, let's see about Mini Blast. This is actually only green rated. Duck. That was Mini Blast. So, Mine Blast definitely worth doing. So the trails here keep on surprising me. That was Mine Blast, and you start climbing up and you think, oh, this is going to be a nothing trail, and then you descend. It's short, but it's a blast. This is the last video I'm doing at Redhead. This is Derailed. Even some of the trails I didn't video are pretty good, but this is a one-way trail, so I thought it would justify being looked at. This one's a bit more primitive than some of the other one-way trails. Okay, so we've got a bit of a climb back up. Nope, can't pump this. Not sure this one justifies a video unto itself. That was Derailed. That one was kind of underwhelming. There's some trails here that really surprise you, and then there's a couple of others that are like, meh. That was one of the meh ones. Anyway, that was Derailed. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you're learning what Redhead Bike Park has to offer here. They're still building out more trails. Check out some of my other features, or they have plans to build out more trails. I know they're doing work on one at the moment. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this a place you want to come out? See you on another trail.